hand to Tamara Scott.
It is my pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you for coming out. It's exciting to see so many of you here. Many of us have been here several days the last few weeks because, as we've said, like children, our legislators are better behaved when adults are watching. I want to talk to you today about some of the things that are happening. Charlie asked me to talk to you not just about the money issue, which is why so many of you are here, but what brought us to this point and what got us to this debt. It didn't start in our pocketbooks. It started in our hearts. It started in our homes. It was propelled when we allowed God to be taken out of the schools. And stripped from our courts. And unfortunately, our churches have failed.
Yeah.
I also serve as a state director for Concerned Women for America. We are a pro-family, pro-life women's group that likes men. But we understand, like our forefathers Jedediah Morris, when you remove the Christian pillars from society, you will lose the blessings that come with them. What's happened here lately is happening right now. We're seeing it if you're watching the media. Did you know you're no longer people? You were protesters. Protesters. If you listen to Washington Times did an article, the Homeland Security has now decided that Christians should be placed on the list of potential terrorists. We will not allow them to put us into groups and pit us against each other. We are more than protesters. We are citizens fulfilling our promise to hold you accountable. Here at the state, federal deductibility was supposed to happen several weeks ago. It was supposed to be up for debate yesterday, and it has been continually slid back. Why? Because they don't want you here to hear the debate.
Yeah.
And if you're ashamed of your words, you ought not be saying them. They're saying it's too complicated to give Iowans federal deductibility. I'll help you out. And they're also saying that only 3 states have that. One reason they shouldn't. I'll help you out. Remove our income tax. That'll make it real easy to do our Iowa taxes. And if being in a minority of 3 states bothers you, Iowa was the 2nd state to work towards legitimizing same-sex marriage. So if 3 states is a bad idea on federal deductibility, it's probably a bad idea on something as extreme as same-sex marriage. So how did we get here? That beautiful building across the street that you and I have paid for has been captivated and captured by 7 black-robed activists.
Yeah.
They need to step down off their self-appointed thrones and look to the throne that our forefathers recognized. In this country we have the freedom of religion, but this country was founded upon Christianity. If they want to play this way, then we'll play by the rules. And I'm telling you, legislators, if you want to win favor with the people, have the gumption to start the impeachment process, and you'll have this nation cheering behind you. We have three branches of government. They are to be balanced and equal. And unlike the public school math, equal means equal. Until the legislators want to listen to us, the people, you have seen increased control, traffic control, and public safety officers, and I thank them for being here. I am thankful for those who serve us civically through our Iowa patrolmen and through our law enforcement agencies. Thank you. But it irritates me when the press and the other side uses them as a fear tactic, that they have to be here because of you and I.
Yeah.
I took a picture in front of the house last week. There were two patrolmen standing there. I said, have you ever done this before? Not to their memory. They were not there to protect the House members. They were there to intimidate those of you who came to speak to your legislators. Someone told them to stand there. We need to find out who that someone was.
Yeah.
And remind them who this house belongs to. Federally, there are so many bills coming at us, we can't turn our heads quick enough to see which way they're coming. There is H.R. 1388, the GIVE Act, generating invigorating voluntary education. When did voluntary education or volunteering become compulsory? You are exactly right. When they are telling you who you will volunteer for, and it won't be the Boy Scouts or Crisis Pregnancy Center, they're going to tell you when you'll volunteer and how much you'll volunteer. Now, if I want to volunteer into my community, that's my heart. That's my volunteering. But when the state tells me to volunteer, that is slavery.
Yeah.
We have H75, the bill that is so vague on gardens, we're not sure if mom and dad will be able to put a garden in, let alone keep their own seeds. When will they let us take control of our families? We know what is best. H.R. 45 by Congressman Bobby Rush out of Illinois. Here's a surprise. Here's a surprise. According to Wikipedia, he was in prison on weapons charges, illegal weapons charges. But he's sponsoring a bill that is extremely